Hello, universe. I'm just out on a walk right now on this beautiful day. I just spent 5 hours in the woods and I feel amazing. I feel like I'm high on life with no drugs in my system other than nature and the great outdoors. I'm just feeling very inspired to share this message with the world now. Let me think. What do I even want to say? It's something about creation. Like, um, yeah, I feel like, innately as humans, we all have the hands of creation. Like, we all have the hands of God, really. Like, with the opposable thumb, that's the hands of creation. That's part of it, anyways. But, like, bro, I want I want my phone to sit on this rock. Let me make a tripod. Let me create a tripod for my phone with the hands of creation. Okay, yes. So what I'm here to say today in this moment, um we all have the hands of creation. Like, innately as humans, we are creators. I think very often people get categorized into the creative type or not the creative type. And there's this idea around what being creative is, like musical talent or artistic talent. And by artistic, it's a certain palette of things that people categorize as artistic, like markers or pens or pencils or drawing or painting, and that's seen as art or the creative type. Or writing, or people are like, and all of these things are very creative. They're very creative, artistic pursuits. But it doesn't make sense to me as to why we categorize people as creative or not creative, or say that math isn't very creative at all, or that there's these boundaries or borders in between, or between these subjects, or in between things at all. Really, it's all infinitely connected. But I can see how it can seem that way to a little human brain. I mean, I used to really think that way too, and then my perspective shifted. And none of that is bad or wrong either. It's just, I don't know, it's part of the creation. Honestly, it's all part of the creation. But, like, we all are creative as humans. Like, the act of just being born and existing as a human and coming into this body, like, that is so creative. Like, our lives, our thoughts, our words, our actions, it's all creations and expressions of ourselves, or expressions of how we're trying to not express ourselves or hide ourselves from the world in whatever way, because we're afraid. It's hard to be authentic in this world, and go against the grain, because innately as humans we want to belong, and we have the herd mentality of wanting to fit in with each other for safety and survival, which makes sense. It makes so much sense. But also, like, literally just like by me creating this video, that's a creation. Like, just by speaking to another person, that's a creation of a conversation that once didn't exist. Everything we do is creative. Everything we think is creative. And we can create whatever we want with our lives, really. There's so much in my life today that I have created. I've created this beautiful reality around me of love and healing and community that a year ago or 2 years ago, or for most of my life, I didn't even believe was possible for myself. Like, I didn't even know that it was possible for me to have friends who I actually, like, really love and who care about me, like, with real people who I feel authentically connected with. And I feel like I have so much community in my life now. I'm looking at a sign that says community action. I didn't even notice that until I said community. Um, and I feel so passionate about building community. Like, I feel like I kind of build community everywhere I go now as the creation of my life, which I didn't even know was possible for myself before. Like, I used to be in so much darkness and fear and feel completely isolated. Like, for I'm 19 now, and I'd say for like 18 of those 19 years I felt so alone and isolated. Like maybe 17 of the 19 years, and then it was like a gradation into it, and it's still like evolving and changing and growing, of course. um but I felt so sad and so alone. And like I didn't even believe it was possible for me to have real friends, or that I was worthy of that, or that I deserved that. And I was so scared and so alone for so much of my life. And it's so radically changing now, and has shifted and changed, and is deeper and more deeply and more deeply and more deeply moving and shifting. And that's because this is the reality I'm now creating for myself. My thoughts and my beliefs and who I am is changing, and so my world is changing around me. And so often I hear people say, like, I want to do this thing, or this is my dream, but I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. And they're all these beliefs in the world, and limiting beliefs and fears, and that can really hold us back. I just feel so sad thinking of that. Like, people in the world, like, I want to tell you, if anyone watches this video, anyone's watching this video, and you need the permission to follow your dreams, then I give you the permission. I give you the agency, but you already have it within yourself. You don't need me to say it. But you can do it. You can create it. You can go after it and do it and live your dream life. And it's possible for all of us. Like, I so deeply believe that and have that faith that we can create our realities, and we are creating our realities, and the fears and the limitations, those are creations too, because it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. And if you're run by fears and limiting beliefs that say you can't go do something, or there's all these barriers, so much financial limitation in the world today. And I think that can really change. Like, we can change that. I want to see everyone have a lot of money and have their creativity and their innovations drive their income too, because it's so sad to me how many people are just totally like slave to the system, really, and then just working 9 to 5s that they hate and that kill their authentic expressions and disconnect them from their souls, when their creativity, their authenticity, their genius, like that authentic creative genius that we all innately have, that we're taught to unlearn that throughout our lives, unfortunately. But like, I believe we can make so much more money and create time and energy for the world, for ourselves, and by putting something good into the world, by helping the world, and by creating our own luck, creating our own, oh, my phone's about to die, creating our own income, creating time, creating the world we want to see, of helping people and creating companies that help people, and everyone can do that and just live by their passions and let their passions fuel their income. Like, and I think a lot of times people, that sounds really scary to people, because it